Hey guys, welcome to It's Clearly Anna and Kenny's Junkyard podcast. I'm Anna, one half the dynamic duo of this lovely journey. So, how is everybody tonight? I know everybody's probably doing good, maybe, I don't know, but I'm here to talk about some personal things or personal experiences. So, here it goes. So, you know what the world and everything that goes on and around it. So, is there stuff that actually bugs a lot of people out there? Like not having enough money, worrying about your job, worrying about anything else in your life. Well, I'm here to talk about some things and get it off my chest and vent a little. So, here we go. Okay, so it started. Well, I know some things bug my husband. I wish he was up here right now to talk about everything, but he is not. So I will talk for him since he has no ambition right now, which I love him. Anyways, so we sit there on the couch and he's just looking at stuff, trying to figure out what's wrong with his truck. His transmission may be going out. And he looks at me and we don't have enough money to do this and that and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get it. And I do get it. What the heck? Anyways, so here I sit, listening to him. I'm a good listener. And I know it really bugs him because we don't ever have enough money to actually fix the things we need or do the things that we need to do, you know. Well, he looks at me and says, honey, you ever look and see how it is for a lot of these people that are social media influencers? And he's like, they're making all this buco bucks and all that pretty much. And I was like, yeah, I see it. And I'm trying to figure out how it's so easy for them to come by money, but when it's a little person working their ass off, like literally like someone actually working a day job or a night job, like one you actually have to like go out and do in the real world, not like, I get that some of you out there that are doing social media, that is your job, I get it, but there's another line of work out there for people who are the ones that actually do regular day-to-day jobs like construction, cabinetry work, which is what my husband does, pretty much like a construction cabinetry work. And he works pretty much, he gets up at the ass crack of dawn, 4:30 every morning, and gets off of work almost 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. He is busting his ass off. And he looks at all this shit online. And this is why the podcast was created, is so he could vent too. But apparently I'm doing the venting for him. But he says, you know, I see all these guys. He's like, they're out there making all this money. And he's like, I'm sitting here working my ass off for what? Sorry. But it's just like, oh my gosh, what the heck's going on, you know? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, the least I can do right now is post up podcasts, post up videos, just bringing this awareness around that, you know, not everybody can have it easy. Everybody has it rough in some way. Yes, I get it. But some of the social media influencers did not just make it like they had to grind and grind and grind. Yes, I get that. But some of them just do it because, and then it makes it harder for some people to actually do social media because when you try to do content, it's either you're copying their style or you're doing this wrong or that wrong. You can't do this. You can't say that. It's just like working a job. You can't state your opinion. You cannot have your own beliefs. And I know this for a fact because I just lost my job because of my own beliefs. And, you know, I'm not going to get into it, like exactly what it is, because I don't want a lot of backlash and I have to follow the guidelines of all these podcast rules and stuff, and you can't bring in certain things. So all I'm going to say is that a certain kind of person pretty much gets more favoritism than another person because they don't believe in some, because I have different beliefs and I stick up for what I believe in. And if I were to say it right now, I know my podcast would actually get shut down if I said something about this kind of thing. But all I can say is, when you feel uncomfortable about something, you speak up and you say how you feel. And which I did. And I got backlash for it. And so now I am currently looking for another job just so we can make ends meet. And this is what I'm talking about. So a lot of social media influencers do not know what it is like to live from paycheck to paycheck. Some of them don't know that a lot of us regular little Joe Blow people here actually have to get out and work and make the money and like actually have to get up early and not sleep in all the time. And right now I am currently working on this podcast because it is another way of trying to make another living. And if I can make it go somewhere, yeah, that'd be great. I am as real as it comes. I am, so is my husband. He will say it how it is. He is a blunt man. Like I said in my podcast yesterday, it is relevant that he speaks his mind, and I'm trying to figure out, put it the best way. He's an asshole. Let's just put it that way. He's a big old asshole. He's the biggest asshole you'll ever meet, but he's the nicest asshole you'll meet, too. And in his kind words of being blunt, he says it's not fucking fair for all those people out there that are making all this mucho dinero to actually get away with a lot of bullshit. And we're sitting here looking at each other like, you know, and I grind, and I grind, and I post, and I post. But yet, I don't see shit happening. And I'm going to point it out, sex sells, drugs sell, alcohol sells. It's pretty much a vicious circle and a vicious cycle. And I know that is why it's called the Junkyard Podcast, because it does not fucking make sense. And so I sit here talking to you guys about real shit. And I'm glad I'm here to talk to you guys about this, because you know what? Who else am I going to vent to? You know, it is hard enough for a lot of people. So, like my husband, his truck broke down. And it's his hauling truck for pretty much hauling his junk or vehicles to either the scrapyard, or if we need to haul a vehicle or have to tow something. Yeah. Our main vehicle's down because there's transmission problems. And you want to know why we can't get it fixed? Because we don't have enough money to fix it. And here I sit wanting to make this podcast due to the factor that it is going to be one of the sources of income, if I can make any income off of anything. But, you know, I feel as if some people out there in the social media world get more favored than the little guys. The little guys don't get recognized. We get pretty much pushed out of the way and don't ever see really a lot. And, you know, I get it to a degree, but there are some things I don't get. And I think for the time being, we bust our asses. A lot of people bust our asses. Like, you bust your ass to go to work. You bust your ass to pretty much 9 to 5 it every day and work for a job that gives you a little to nothing for money left over because you have to pay bills. Like your mortgages, your car payments, your insurances, your phones, everything, you know? And it is hard to come by a lot of things. And I wish I could say it's easy, but it ain't. And some people just don't see it that way. And a lot of the ones that do make this easy money, I mean, like, they just fucking post online and then they make fucking a couple $1,000. It's like, really? And then there's us. We're like, yep, nope, 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 nope. And my husband, he always says, and he's like, everybody wonders why people are the way they are and why they get so crazy. And he's not crazy. He's just stating the facts. He just wants the real eye-opener out there. Nobody fucking sees it. Just like everybody gets away with everything, there's favoritism, there is an ungodly amount of favoritism on. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be races, genders, politicalness. It can be amount of those things, and yet there's favoritism all around in everything. And I don't even know where else to begin on this crap, because it's like mind-blowing. And I'm trying to think. Excuse me. It is mind-blowing. It's just like a lot of places are anti, you can't do this, you can't have this, you can't bring this into our store. So, like, anti-gun. That is kind of a bad thing. So, say someone, a bad person comes into the place and starts shooting up stuff. Yeah, that's bad. That is bad. You know, but that is a bad thing, you know. It's just the little things that can become a whole ordeal, and a lot of people don't see that. A lot of people don't see the bigger picture out there of open your freaking eyes and look. Really, now, I mean, like, it's horrible. It's horrible out there in the real world. Not a lot of people know about it, and I think a lot of people should know about it. Like, some people are born with a silver spoon in their mouth, and it's not fair to the little people. Little people like us, like the poor people. Homeless get treated wrong. Vets get treated wrong. A lot of people get treated wrong. And it is vicious. And I don't even know where. Nowhere else in this godforsaken country knows what's really going on, you know? Some people just see what they want to see. Some people see what they want to see. Some people don't see what they should be seeing, and it's sad. And then there's, like I said, my other half who sees everything in a weird way, and he kind of doesn't understand the factor that, hey, it doesn't work the way you want it to, babe. And I'm all over this, like, craziness, and I'm just trying to, yeah, I don't even know how to explain it. So, hopefully everybody's night is going good. Mine is, to a degree, until he brings up, because he watches all these videos, and he thinks it could be something major, it could be something little that's going on with the stroke, but he doesn't know, because it's been too cold to do anything, and he doesn't have the time to do anything, and he's trying to do everything else, and he's driving me nutty. And that is what marriage is all about, for them to drive you fucking nutty. So, all I'm saying is, does anyone know why the world is acting like shit? No, we do not. I could have lots of answers. I could have lots of comments on this. And it's whatever, you know? That's how a lot of people, my husband hates the word whatever, and I used it. But, sorry, a little yawn, a little bit tired. Just a little stressed to, I mean, when you go from starting a new job to pretty much being within a week of losing that job, it drains you. And I'm hoping my kids don't say they're sick again, I mean, it is what it is because you gotta take care of your sick kids, but that's one thing that I had to go run to town today and go pick them up from school because 2 of them were sick and I had to bring them back home, and it's just like, yep, you know what? I'm done. Really? Mama needs a break too. Mama is stressed the fuck out. And yes, I am saying that because I am stressed and nobody gets it. So, if you disagree on this podcast, I wouldn't, because a lot of the things are true that I'm saying. It's hard to make ends meet, pretty much. When you live paycheck to paycheck, a lot of people shouldn't have to do that. No, 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 no. It's just kind of like certain social media influencers, like, okay, well, not influencers, or just people who are on, like, social media in general. Like, I can name some people, and, like, my husband gets irked by, like, whistling Diesel because he's got all this money, and he goes and destroys vehicles, and, yeah. That's a whole BS thing right there. He thinks, hey, you could be doing other good things with your money. Which he's not lying. I mean, yes, you could do a lot more with that money instead of pissing it away on vehicles and destroying them. He just doesn't understand how these guys can just come up with these loads of cash, and it's just like, honey, I don't know. I memean, I could try to come up with that cash, maybe not. It's hard. Freaking, some of them are like multi-fucking millionaires, because they make a shit ton of money just from some of their videos, and it's like, what the hell, How come I can't make that much money? I'm probably not going to make an hour-long podcast, maybe 30 minutes. But I am just saying, it is legitimately BS that some of us have to live off paycheck to paycheck watching these people, and you know what? Do for yourself. Be yourself. Try to post as much as you can on social media, because you know what? Even no matter how hard you try, you don't know if you're going to make it or break it. And right now I think I'm breaking it because I'm not making it very far. I posted and posted and posted and posted. Streamed and streamed and streamed. And now I'm podcasting and I blog. So, I don't even know what to say anymore. That's what I say. It's horrible, this day and age, and then you get the younger kids thinking they don't have to work or do a damn thing, or pretty much make it easy for themselves. And I don't know what else to say. It's I don't know. I don't even know really what to say anymore, because it's all bullshit. And I know, I swear that. And yes, my stuff is pretty much rated explicit because of the swearing in it. So, yeah. But, Jesus, it's a lot of things that hurt my hubby. And one of them is all these social media influencers, like, just make it by, and I don't know. Sorry. And I know he was tired because he just went straight to bed tonight. And I was like, well, did you want to do the podcast? No, I'm good. I was like, I can. No. So here I am, stuck doing it myself. I think, honestly, it's just a little bit of being shy on trying to talk to people, even though there's nobody there. And it's easy for me to do it because I'm not crazy. It's just I'm used to doing it because I play games, like video games. And my voice sounds a little rough, yes, because it's allergy season too, and so I feel like poopy. But I think I'm going to get off this podcast here and let it be, and then I'm going to post up another podcast tomorrow and see where that goes from there. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening, and thank you for coming to the junkyard. I'm glad you came.